much for taking time out of your day to talk with us. Before we get into your platform, walk through a little bit of not only your professional experience, but also some of your experiences with engaging the community.
Absolutely. Over the past 26 years, I have been an attorney practicing criminal law, prosecuting on behalf of the state, as well as defending the accused. I have also been a civil attorney representing both defendants and plaintiffs. So I have covered the entire gamut in terms of representation. I've also represented celebrities and corporations, the poor, the working class, and everyone in between. So I've done it all. Additionally, with regard to community engagement, I am currently on the board of the Boys and Girls Club. I am president of the Prison Doctor Board. I am vice chair of the Gwinnett County Animal Advisory Council. I'm on the Northside Hospital Women's Advisory Council. Yes, I even clean trash and pick up trash rather. I clean up the street. So you may see me on the side of the roads with "Come Clean Gwinnett." I'm also a foster parent. So I have done a lot in Gwinnett County in terms of bridging the gap between the community and the court. One thing I'm very proud of also is that I'm a founding member of the Youth Empowerment Initiative. Just a little bit of background with regard to me. I ran in 2020 for Superior Court Judge, and I was less than 1 percentage point away from being in the runoff in that 5-person race. And so the person who barely beat me out is now sitting on the bench. So I have been out there and I have been making a difference. But let me tell you what I had promised back in 2020. I had promised that I would do 3 things. 1, create a prison prevention program for our youth. 2, work with a second chance program or help to create a second chance program. And then 3, create a judicial efficiency committee. 2 years later, now in 2022, 2 of my 3 campaign platforms have been implemented in Gwinnett County. So why is that important? That's important because it shows that I am vested in this community. It shows that I am doing things and making things happen in Gwinnett County. As of last year, we now have the Youth Empowerment Program. Again, I'm a founding member of that, and that is a combination of the Boys and Girls Club, the Prison Doctor. Again, I'm on both of those boards, as well as our district attorney, Patsy Austin Gatson. This was all created at her behest along with our church leaders. So I'm very, very proud to be one of the founding members of that. And again, last year, that program became in existence. We also now have a second chance program, Rehabilitation Enables Dreams, which began this year in 2022. I'm also a participant in that program, and it's a remarkable program. Keep in mind, our founder was in gangs and he was a drug dealer. He's now an attorney and running this program. So there's a lot going on in Gwinnett County, and I am so proud to say that I am a part of the change and criminal justice reform.
And I'm glad you walked through those things because, again, you're showing that you have a long-standing body of work, but not only a body of work, the underlying theme is being proactive. As you said before, based on your campaign in 2020, of the 3 key components of your platform, 2 of those 3 are already being adopted. And even though you, like you said before, you fell 1 percentage point short of the run, you still maintained a community presence. Walk through with us the importance of maintaining community presence, including if you are voted into office. How do you see that presence changing? Do you see it being at a similar level, higher level? Walk through what you envision if given the opportunity.
Absolutely. People don't understand that active, current community engagement is important. Again, let me say that again. Active, current, and vast community engagement is important. Why is that so? Because when you are actively involved in the community, you see things from the perspective of people who are in the community. I'll give you an example. I volunteer with Streetwise. This is for people who are food insecure, people who don't have enough food for whatever reason. They may have recently lost their job. Literally, some of my friends, I see my friends and I'm giving food to my friends. Community service, vast community service gives you a different perspective. Now, if you don't hear me say anything else today, this is extremely important. A human perspective is important because there is the human side of jurisprudence. People do not understand that judges filter the facts through the law. Judges don't change the laws, but what they do is they filter the facts through the laws. That's important because the way you see things determines how you filter those particular facts. That is the human side of jurisprudence. It determines what you see. So vast community engagement is important. Something that's troubling to me, quite frankly, is the fact that you have a lot of politicians who only come out when it's campaign season. There is a difference between I want to keep my job, so I am coming out to campaign versus I am already actively, currently involved in the community, which is why I am campaigning. People in our community, unfortunately, are not paying attention. They are not paying attention because sometimes you will have a politician who says, oh, I've done X, Y, and Z. Well, that's something that they've done in the past. That's not their current active community engagement. And if you don't have your feet on the ground and your ear to the heartbeat of the citizens, then you are not going to have a proper human perspective, the proper lens of human experience. The human side of jurisprudence will not prevail. And so that's why it's so very important to be actively involved and have a vast amount of knowledge. And yes, I will continue to do that. I will continue to be actively involved because otherwise I'm sitting in my ivory tower on the bench and I don't have an active perspective.
Let me ask you this question as I was listening to what you're saying. Based on your level of community engagement, community involvement, what are key needs that you are seeing? And then how do you feel your platform will help better address those needs?
You know, we have a problem with recidivism. That is a huge problem. People finishing their sentences and then going back into jail. And so with the prison prevention program, that will help prevent that, one, by keeping our youth out of jail from the beginning. And so what we want to do is be proactive. That's what I'm all about, being proactive. That's why I'm a board member of the Boys and Girls Club. I'm on the board of the Prison Doctor because we want to be proactive. Our prison doctor literally goes to homes and talks to people. He served 20 years in jail. And so he can talk to our youth on a different level than you or I could ever talk to them on. And so he has a perspective that is unique. And that's why I'm actively involved in these particular programs. But then let me also talk to you about the Second Chance program, Rehabilitation Enables Dreams. This is for people who have committed offenses, non-sexual, non-violent, and this is a pre-adjudication program. So once they finish the program, that particular offense is no longer on their record. Now, why is that important? Because now they have a shot at getting good housing, getting a good job. If they want to go back to school, they don't have to put that on their application because that is no longer on their record. What people don't understand about Georgia is that Georgia is very, very punitive. Georgia is one of the few states in the union in which a conviction does not roll off of your record. Georgia is one of the few states. And so in order for you to get your rights restored in Georgia, you have to actually apply. That is not the case in a lot of the states in the union. And so what I am doing is helping to, one, keep our community safe by being proactive with our children. And for those who deserve a second chance for nonviolent, non-sexual offenses, we're helping to get that off of their record so that they can have a shot at being productive members of society.
And I'm glad you explained that. And as you said before, Georgia is, like you said, one of the most punitive states in the country. And when you think about, like you said before, I'll say minor offenses for lack of a better term, instead of having that stick on somebody's record, if for lack of a better term, they're able to cover the ground that they need to, part of that reward is getting that removed. And as you said before, it's creating opportunities for people that when you look at what they did, based on what they did, it's the proverbial, does the punishment fit the crime?
That is exactly correct. And so I'll just give you an example. If you steal $500 of merchandise, that's a misdemeanor. If you steal $501 of merchandise, it's a felony. So now that differential, does the punishment fit the crime? Does that really justify it being a felony? And more than an ounce of marijuana, it's a felony. So it just, our justice system, it's the best we have, but sometimes, we need to find ways to make sure that the system is fair. And so that's why we do what we do in terms of the second chance program. That's why we now have the youth empowerment program. So just to prevent people from doing things, from committing crimes.
And again, you are covering a lot of ground and really providing, this is almost more like a TED talk or just really just giving people a better point of reference. That is so seriously, because you are really breaking it down and putting it in ways that people can understand. It's more that you are teaching with and talking with, so people have a better understanding. Remind people again the key components of your plan, if you would, please. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me repeat that. Remind people again, key components of your platform, because you have definitely touched base on a number of, we'll say, needs of the community.
With regard to my platform, and the reason why is because I've lived in Gwinnett County for 26 years. I have a 17-year-old daughter. I have been a coach for 5 years in Gwinnett County. So I have lots of children. I am a foster parent. And so because of those things, I am passionate about keeping this community safe. So, and I don't want to see these young people come before me. I don't want to see them. We need to keep crime down, and we need to keep the caseloads down in the judicial system. That's why I am bridging the gap between the community and the court. That's why I am actively involved in the community. That's why I'm constantly talking with our young people. That's why I'm on a lot of boards, because I have a platform, I have a voice, and people actually, I have a voice now. And so people really are paying attention, and that's why I use it. I will continue to be a servant leader for justice. I will continue to bridge the gap between the community and the court, because unfortunately, it's been long, long, long overdue.
Okay, great. So as we get ready to kind of wind this down and bring things together, do you have any upcoming public events where people can engage and find out more about your platform and the work you are doing as it relates to running for judge?
I'd appreciate it if everyone would go to BT Parker for Superior Court Judge. That is on Facebook. You could also find me on Instagram and Twitter. Events are constantly popping up, and so I will be posting there. We'll continue to post there and keep the citizenry informed.
Now, we've covered a lot of ground in regards to your campaign and your engagement, things along those lines, but there's something that I know I have not seen or heard that much about that I want to get your feedback on. And this is about the Georgia 11th District. Walk me through your awareness about that, because probably most residents have no idea.
Well, that's true. Actually, this is the 11th seat that Gwinnett County got as of 2019. And so the person who is in that seat, the incumbent, was appointed in 2020. However, this is the first time in Gwinnett County's history that this particular seat will appear on the ballot. Again, this is the first time in Gwinnett County's history that this seat will appear on the ballot. The reason that Gwinnett County got this seat was because of the population growth. This is the people's seat. The 11th seat, 11th district is the people's seat. A vote for me is a vote for we the people. BT Parker, be sure to mark her.
Wow. And again, thank you for sharing that with us, because again, there are so many people that were not even aware this seat existed. Let's just start there.
Absolutely.
So take the time to walk through that with us.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. It is the people's seat, again, because of the population growth. And so I represent we the people. A vote for me is a vote for we. All the way down to the bottom of the ballot. Yes, the very bottom of the ballot. And vote for BT Parker. BT Parker, be sure to mark her. Thank you.
Well, we thank you for taking time out of your schedule to talk with us. And as a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, we will have this available on our website, acenortonccs.com. Just click on the menu for articles and coverage. It will be one of the very top articles, so it'll be easy to find. The video that you're seeing here, we will have that available on our YouTube channel, Creative Community Solutions. And we will also have this embedded in our article. We will have this available on our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, as well as LinkedIn. We want to thank BT Parker for taking time to really articulate her platform, her presence, and basically why she is asking you for your vote. Make sure to stay connected. And if this is your first time hearing from her, please do not let it be your last. As always, we thank you. We take good care. Look forward to seeing you and others real soon.